You guys know the drill. Here we go. Introducing your South Section Winter Sports Players of the Year. Starting us off is the Birdman from Lincoln to Stockton. Miles Bird is your boys basketball player of the year. The high flyer from the Trojans raises the roof with his dunks, reaching heights that few in the entire section can. Miles averaged 17.2 points, 5.2 rebounds, and 2.8 steals per game in his senior season at Lincoln, while leading the Trojans to their first Tri-City Athletic title since 2017. The San Diego State commit can make plays inside the paint and can throw it down with the best of them. Miles is proud of all he's done to this point, but he says he's most proud of repping that 209.
Staying home was one of my best decisions I've ever made. You know, a lot of kids you see nowadays go to prep schools across the country from where they live. And I think just being able to represent my city, represent my school, play with guys who I've grown up with, known my whole entire life, I think it's a memory you can't get back, and I wouldn't trade it.
We stay in the 209 down the road in Stockton for our girls basketball player of the year. It's Jordan Lee from St. Mary's. Jordan Lee has almost every D1 offer you can imagine, but get this, she's only a sophomore. The standout for the Rams averages 18.1 points and 7 rebounds per game for the Rams, leading her team all the way to the D1 regional semifinals. While her skills on the court look like she's been playing basketball basically since she could walk, Jordan says it wasn't always her passion.
Basketball actually for me wasn't too big growing up. I was a huge track runner just because of a lot of opportunities growing up as a young girl kind of across the country. So as soon as I kind of got to basketball, it was a huge kind of unique thing for me, the whole aspect of really a team. And that's kind of what I gravitated towards more a little bit, and kind of as soon as I started getting into it, really elevating grade levels, different things like that, I really kind of gravitated towards that leadership role, which I've kind of loved and pretty much tried to establish as wherever I go so far. So that has been a huge factor for sure.
From the court to the pitch, we turn to our boys soccer player of the year, Alexis Luna from Modesto High. Alexis is about as complete of a player as you'll find in the entire Sac-Joaquin section, and the stats certainly back up that statement. Luna had an absurd stat sheet, finishing the season with 30 goals and 21 assists, willing the Panthers all the way to the section title game. Through his fancy footwork and leadership on the field, Modesto High finished with a winning record for the first time since 2016. According to Alexis Luna and Danny Rojas from Ted Lasso, football is life.
I mean, it's pretty much my life. I played since I was like 4 years old, so obviously I would just go to school and wait for the class to end so I can go play soccer with the team. So I think everyone just worked hard at practice, and in the games everyone communicated, did their part. Also, the coaches, everyone, we kept playing the same system that was working, and I think that was a huge part of our success in the league.
On the girls' side, the star power shines from Modesto to Stockton, where we find our girls' soccer player of the year, Caitlyn Garcia. The forward for the Lincoln Trojans put up eye-popping numbers on the pitch, tallying 34 goals and 11 assists in her senior campaign. Caitlyn's leadership helped Lincoln secure a share of the Tri-City Athletic League title and fueled their Cinderella run all the way to the D1 SJS Finals. She says she's thankful for the girls that made this season so special and the memories they made along the way.
It was an amazing team this year. Our defense, phenomenal. Probably one of the strongest defensive teams that I've played with. And being a forward, just going against them at practice definitely helped me develop skill in being able to understand how the defenders work and how they move. My mom actually sent a picture to me and she was like, "Katie, that's you." And I was like, "Oh, that is me." I was like, "That's so cool." My coach was texting me, and my confidence, I was like, "I can do this." I'm not just I'm not gonna stop here. I wanna go on in college and continue to play.
Last but certainly not least, the star senior from Calaveras, Jay Clifton, is the Scholar Athlete of the Year. Jay's accomplishments on the court speak volumes, but it's his work in the classroom that also turns heads. Jay maintains a 4.0 while continuing to amaze on the basketball court. Clifton's senior season was a memorable one, breaking a school record with his 45-point performance against Argonaut, scoring his 1,000th career point, and leading Big Red to a share of the Motherlode League title. Not easy getting it done on the court and in the classroom, but Jay says staying on top of both is going to pay off in the long run.
I think it's huge, especially for someone that's not necessarily the biggest guy or anything like that, for colleges to look at. If there's a kid with a 2.0 and a kid with a 4.0, probably going to go with the kid with 4.0. So I think it's just helps me keep an advantage of trying to get recruited and stuff. This year my role, I feel like kind of changed it more into a scoring role, you know, just kind of having the ball in my hands a lot, creating and stuff. So I think it'll be about the same. Hopefully I just improve my game to make it everything a little bit more easier.